With a sideshow, you're serious with people, telling them about these strange people, and it's a serious thing. On the girl show, you're having fun.
The mere mention of the 20th century carnival games and girly shows is sufficient to snap Ward Hall out of any late-night lethargy. Just be prepared for a liberal education on the flat store chicanery and the bawdy burlesque ballet of the shake and grind attractions.
First United shows took, and of course the average semi-trailers those days was probably 24 feet. 30-foot trailer would have been a big one. And so they had one semi that was for the bingo stand, and then one semi that probably carried the merchandise for the other games and some other stuff. And they just put those two semis together with an opening of about maybe 20 feet, and then they had a sign that they would pull up with the pulleys, and that said First United Shows. And they had a few of those kind of games that we call hanky-panks, that was for the children and for the families, but mostly they had the games that you would call flat stores.
And what are flat stores?
Flat stores are games that you play for money that you cannot possibly win, except if they want you to win. And if you come up there and they figure you got $50 and you bet $1 and they may let you win, and they'll give you $2 back then. And that looks so good. So now you will progress to $5, and that's fine. But now then they put some kind of a thing into it, and so after you have won on your $5, now you jump to 10, and at the you don't really, you lose. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your 10, I'm going to put another 10 with it and put it down there, and you already had 9 points, and you only got to get 10 points to win. So if you try it again, put down another 10, and you can win 20. So now they put down 10, they didn't win. Well, tell you what, I'm going to got $30 there now. I'm going to make it, put in a 20 with that, make it 50. And so if you bet $20, you can win 50. Well, and of course that was the money around those carnivals. And I would say 75% at least of the carnivals had flat stores.
What other sources of revenue were there on the lot for the carnivals?
Shows, rides, food, drinks, souvenirs, and some of them, like I said, had some gambling, which again comes under the concession department games.
Now, within that, what other shows beside yours would have a blow-off?
Oh, the girl shows. I operated a girl show in 1956 and 57 on the World of Pleasure shows. I think the biggest show I ever had was 4 girls. And most of the time, we were in towns where you couldn't flash. But there was a way around that. And it was called a piece of equipment that you called the twiddle twicker. A twiddle twicker is where you would go down to a second-hand store and you'd buy an old worn-out fur coat, and you would cut the fur coat out and make little kind of triangle shaped you know, just a piece of cloth about so big, and then they would be fixed so that they had a piece of rubber band, flesh-colored rubber, that will hold them on the girl. And working under pink lights or blue lights, even though your audience is very close, they're looking at that fur coat and thinking they're seeing something else. And so then if you got raided, or if the police would come in and and say, you know, we're told you can't flash here. We're not flashing. Come here, and I'm going to introduce you to the girls. And so you take them back to the dressing room, and the girls would show them the twiddle twickers. That wasn't against the law. They weren't showing them anything but a fur coat.
How many times did you get rated in the girls' shows when you had those?
I never got rated because first of all, I worked a clean show. I didn't let anything get out of line.
Right.
And one funny story about this though. Gosh, I don't remember what year it was. And I don't remember who had the girls' show. But it had to be on the World of Play shows and World of Today, and not World of Today, World of Pleasure. And it was in Sand Lake, Michigan, because that was our 4th of July spot. And you had a big 4th of July, but the rest of the week you were lucky to have enough people to give a show to, because we were in a state park there, but it was great for that one day. So on the 5th of July, the Midway opened up at about 7 o'clock. And I opened up the Sideshow probably at 7:30. I made the bally and turned my first tip, and they'd given the show. There was nobody that I could see much out there to give another bally to. And so at about 8 o'clock, just for fun, I went over to the girls' show and I made the bally on the girls' show. And when I finished the bally and was turning the tip, but as soon as I finished the bally, I put on the music and I got down, walked across the Midway, and came up the stairs on my bally platform. And as soon as I hit my bally platform, and I'm looking across at the girls' show, and the police were closing in. And so they took them to jail. It was just a thing. They wanted some extra money. And so Lou Weiss, I think, was running the show. And they fined Louie and each of the 3 girls $50 apiece.
So were you just doing that for the favor to him, or was he?
Oh, I was just having fun. Because making girl show opening, unlike a sideshow, with a sideshow you're serious with people, telling them about these strange people, and it's a serious thing. On the girl show, you're having fun. I'd invite some old gentleman up on the stage and have a seat there, sir. Now I'd like for you to meet one of the girls. Sally, would you come over here, please? I want you to meet this man. What's your name, sir? John. John, I want you to meet Sally. Sally, I'd like you to meet John. And she runs her hands through his hair and squeezes his ear and say, oh, you're such a pretty man. I like you. And she would sit down on his lap. And of course now he's getting all embarrassed and so on. And that was the kind of stuff you did. Another one, if they were a little harder to turn, to build a tip, you had to have some time. I'm going to show you a trick. And this young lady is going to show you how it's done. And this is a trick that we do with an electric light bulb. Sally, would you hold up that light globe, please? Thank you. Now, I want someone to examine the light globe and make sure it's just a real light globe. Sir, how about you? Would you examine the light globe? Thank you. Sir, could you hold it up a little higher so people know it's the same light globe? Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but people behind you can't see it. Would you hold it a little higher? Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but there's a lady way in the back and she can't see it. You have to, I tell you what you do. Would you please step up here on the second step? And then she'll be able to, oh my goodness, that lady back there still can't see it. Come right on up here onto the stage, you know. And so now when you go in there and you're going to see this young lady and she's going to twitch it and watch it while you watch it. You're going to see her do the dance of the rock and roll. She's going to rock it up one side and roll it down the other. And this young lady over here, she is going to do the dance of the 3 birds. And when she comes out on the stage to present her beautiful act, all that she will be wearing as a costume will be 3 beautiful canary birds. She's going to have one there, and one elsewhere. Or you could say she's going to wear 3 flowers. And as she dances around, and she creates so much heat with her dance that the flowers will wilt, the petals will fall off, and when the flowers are gone, you're going to think you're back in the Garden of Eden, and you ain't going to be playing ping pong with the monkeys either. And so that's all that kind of crap, you know, that you went with.
Ward Hall is a talker by profession, and circus and carnival folks never tire of hearing his jackpots. From the Circus Historical Society's annual convention in Peru, Indiana, I'm Lane Talburt. See you on the Midway.